I've never watched the show or anything because of that.
That's funny. No, it's like
The gross eyes. Oh no.
It's my lizard eyes.
Whoa.
I like it.
Me too.
I realized putting this beanie on today that I've got a big fucking head. Like when your head barely fits a fucking beanie. It's a device that stretches to fit your head. And yeah,
It looks like it's eating you.
it is. My head is eating it.
I love beanies.
Me too.
Oh, it's so comfy. It's like 80% wool too, so it's like nice and warm.
Yeah.
Hate them, but when it's cold, they're like a
Oh,
bomb.
man.
Ah. Sorry.
Well, you know, it's like 64
Oh,
now,
man.
so it's cold, according to us.
However,
No, it's cold.
the oven is self-cleaning, so the house is about to be 100 degrees.
Uh-oh.
Yep. We just turn the heat off at this point.
Close the back door.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Oh, we'll
Yeah.
also be here at 11:30. So we can look forward to that.
I mean, you have a giant hole in your wall. It might counterbalance it.
True.
yeah.
Yeah, I can see it's still there.
Like,
Well, we're letting it try. I wanted to let it dry out completely, and then we want to bleach spray it as well. And then it has to dry out again. And things got busy, so we're like, well, I don't know.
I have like a really long, narrow piece of cloth that I can cover it with. I just haven't done it yet.
Yeah, we haven't gotten that far. That takes like 10 minutes.
I think I'm just like I'm still so upset that it happened in the first place that I don't want to look at it. I don't want to touch it. I don't want to fucking fix it because it just makes me angry that I have to do it.
I'm sorry. I'll stop talking about it.
Yeah, way to go, Jeff.
It just makes me
Goddamn.
It's my fault. My fault.
It is your
Everyone who
fault.
brought it up, and it's Jazz's fault.
Yeah, it's Jazz's fault.
Well, you
No,
said
but,
last
like,
week
it's
it would be
just-
fixed by this week, so I was
It should have
excited to
been.
see.
It
No.
should have been. And then I went to the chiropractor and
I guess
saw
it was
my
2 weeks ago now, but
Yeah. So I went to the chiropractor, saw my x-rays, and that was a shock. Needless to say. My neck, like you're supposed to
Yeah.
have a nice curve backwards in your neck. My neck is starting to curve the other way.
Well,
Like it's so straight that it's starting to like curve forward. And then my spine bullshit. But anyway,
I think that's just called being a dwarf.
I'm tall.
Oh, that's true. You're a big, tall dwarf.
It doesn't happen. So anyway, that screwed up because of like so many appointments and schedule and whatever. It doesn't matter. The point is that it makes me angry and I don't want to fucking touch it right now. One of these days, I'll just get up and I'll be like, okay, we're gonna get it done today, and I'll rip off everything that needs to be ripped off, bleach it, scrub it, and start rebuilding it.
I'll walk in the room and be like, what the fuck are you doing?
I mean, like I'm finishing the fucking wall.
I'll be there to clap when you're done.
It will be not like the average dwarf. No, not like the average dwarf. I'm a tall dwarf apparently.
Well, the other thing too is there's so many connections in there. I wanted to make sure that it's not leaking, because after we thought we fixed all the leaks, the tub, the drain from the tub is right there. It started leaking down onto the onto the shelves back there.
well,
So then I tightened that up, and I wanted to make sure we don't have to fucking open it up again. You know, so it's like, yeah, part of it is like we've been busy, but the other part of it is like I'm not closing it up until I know 100% that shit's not leaking.
All right, quick question: has everybody leveled to 5?
I hope
Did
so.
my best.
yeah, I'm fine.
Okay.
And these eyes unsettling.
A
didn't-
little bit.
I mean, I don't even know.
I didn't take a rest. Do we get a rest somewhere in here?
No, you got a short rest.
Oh, yeah.
Get wrecked.
Get rectopotamus.
Good
I need
wreck-
Rectopotamus.
Good Shrek-topotamus, rectopotamus.
Yeah, that's
How-
it.
Because we're gonna do a little bit of like time bending kind of stuff. Because I had thought that we had one more week with Amelia and we don't, so I'm gonna kind of twist time and morph it a little bit.
Yeah.
If you guys want to take a long rest, I will be the great omnipotent DM that I am and allow y'all to take a long rest.
Oh, it's nice.
If we could say,
Praise be.
yeah, we could say that you headed back in from the Temple of the First Ones, and maybe you spent the evening and the night in Gornshin with all the crazy plants just to kind of see if there were any changes. EOA may have wanted to do some research there, find some new plants. Blah, blah, blah. So, yes, long rest can be had. You poor bastards.
I was looking at my thing. I'm like, I literally have like one spell slot left, so.
Oh, it'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Perfect.
It's not that big of a deal, really. Let me close all this stuff. Way too many tabs open.
It's funny. I had to get a quiet mic so that my voice sounded normal.
I'm not gonna be sassy.
Wait, you had a new mic. I thought your voice
We got a
was
new
fine.
headset.
Oh god.
Yeah, so I wanted to get another one so that I had something for the work from home.
Oh gotcha.
I don't want to use like one of their shitty headsets if I don't have to.
Yeah, for sure.
So I wanted to get something comfortable, and this is one I got at GameStop on clearance.
Whoa.
Like it was on clearance, and then it was half off from that.
Yeah,
So it was like a $120 headset I got for $40. So
that's very cool.
you know,
Can you remind me, is Gornshin the town that had all the overgrown, like half sentient vines and stuff?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, cool.
Or y'all can stay the night on top of the temple. That's just a long way down.
Yeah, it is.
Because y'all got there fairly early.
I think we'd want to go down and see like how our dealings had effect on the cities and the surrounding areas, right?
Yeah. Yep.
for sure.
So real quick recap. Last week it was really just the fight at the temple. You were attacked by two people. I did put a copy of the questioning that you had done on Hika. I went back and listened and wrote down everything that was fairly pertinent. So y'all have that for future reference. After the fight with Hika and you know, stabilized him to question him and then kill him again and turn him into a crayon. Amrosi appeared, was a little bit disgusted about what happened, but also kind of proud of you for, you know, being able to defend yourselves against them because they were quite a bit stronger than you. Yeah, fun times. He refused to look at the crayon, but he did give you some information on who they followed with it, which is Geo Envo, which is the leader of the Way of Entropy. And y'all found out that that is located in the Silent Rent, which is exactly where everybody wants to go. I know it.
Yes.
Because Rivers of Bubbling Blood just sounds fucking fun.
Mm-hmm.
Not required to go there next. At the same, Imrosi wrapped up the conversation, and then he just kind of rode the weave out of the temple and went and did Imrosi stuff. You got a few things, the orange armband, the pendant that you have with the broken crystal.
Mm-hmm.
Jax got his armor, and Eoway got a sword. Which there's nothing better than taking a sword from the follower of an old god. Oh, you also realized that you were being scrying on. A few DM notes, I mentioned this at the end of last.
List.
I mean, you know, it's fine. It's super powerful sword. Nobody's gonna miss it. It's okay. A couple of DM note points I did make, but it was 2 weeks ago. Nemu had mentioned that he doesn't trust the three. I think that's a really, really, really good insight. And because Hika and Karsus both mentioned multiple times that
What do you get
that
for
they
using
had
my weakness?
Mine works fine, thanks. They had received information about your travels and your abilities. So there was one more thing I wanted to mention just to make sure. Oh, Jax, I believe, or somebody had seen the there was a red flickering within the weave before y'all left. What are they gonna do? Fight you? I mean, that's what they do. And that was it within the weave for the wave spirit. But it's not imminent. It's not like y'all have to run over and find where the seat of spirit is. But that is a issue already showing up. So you flight. Thanks.
What's up, flight?
We just started. It's great to see you. You see your name. I miss your voice. I don't know the last time you streamed, but I haven't been watching Twitch. I love you. I miss you. That's what I got. So after you take a short rest and you know, talk about everything that you had found and what happened with the combat and the people and who the hell is this Geo-Invo? Apparently, you know, why is this spectral here? Why didn't he just descend and get out of everybody's hair? Because that's what Imrosi thinks that should have happened. You begin making your way down the mesa that what you now know used to be all of the buildings for the temple itself. You make your way down, and the plants are still quite lively. They don't aggressively reach out to touch you. They don't, you know, molest you in any kind of way.
That's good.
But you can tell that they're curious, almost as if they're like kind of just bowing out of your way in appreciation or servitude, maybe, or worship. It's kind of hard to tell with plants. The great Nemu.
I have a question. Oh, sorry. Can I fix my strength? I'm at -4.
Emu the Great.
Yes, after your long rest.
Yeah, I think we have to take a rest. I would like to, on the way down the mountain, stop. If I see the plants reacting to us, I think Dorus would stop and like thaumaturgy some necrotic energy into them to be like, yes, the balance has been restored. Everything is fine. I like try and calm them down.
So at your attention, like your direct attention to these plants, the one that you reach down and touch kind of like quivers a little bit in what you can assume is excitement, and then all of the plants kind of, as that information gets pulsed out through like the root systems and however that they communicate here, all of the different plants, like you see some flowers bloom and some trees kind of like wave in a wind that isn't there, all kinds of strange things that you can only accept as excitement from plants of some kind. It's really, really interesting. When you, as you're making your way back down into Gornshin itself, the plants here are still sentient, but not nearly as much as they are up near the temple itself. The flowers are brilliant, bright colors now, even more of the bright golden yellow or that like saffron color. They seem to almost be glowing, and they do turn, or they're already turned in expectation of you arriving before you even get there, whereas before they would turn kind of as you arrived or as you got there and walked by. But you make your way into Gornshin, and there is a group of people awaiting your arrival. They are locals, and one of them steps up. Well, we were told that you were going to be trying something with the temple, and it worked. We got word that the afflicted have been healed. we don't have much here in Gornshin. We're just, we're not one of the big three. But we would like to offer you a meal for the night and some lodgings. We have a house, a house that we would like to dedicate to you all in case you ever decide to visit again. And
Ooh.
a few people walk up and they have just a little bit of gold, like a couple of pieces of platinum, just a little bit of money that they could scrounge together. And then they also have a lot of little small potted plants of many of the sentient plants here. So, and then of course there's going to be a giant meal, kind of a celebration. And while this is all going on, you are told that, and this is where we're going to rewind, and it's going to be a reminder instead of being told, that this time of year, they always, it is tradition for them to have a celebration for the fall of the Shallows Vale. Whereas this year they didn't think they were going to have a big celebration because of all of the creatures and they didn't want to risk anybody getting hurt. This year they are able to do so. And of course it is going to be in Sarentor. And it is tomorrow night. And they want you to be there. Is there anything you all want to do before you head to the house, before you get a meal?
I think I'd just be excited for the meal, honestly.
Me too. Like
I'd go around. You know what? I think Nemu would go around and like say hi to people, and like shake their hands.
I think Dorus would do the same. He'd like tell people about the battle that they had and the things that they did on top of the mountain. And I think he would. I think he would welcome the like the night of rest and respite and a meal and everything. But short of taking any money from these people, because they already seem pretty desperate, I think he would eschew taking money from them.
Okay.
yeah, I wouldn't want to take their money.
I don't think I would either.
You don't see a lot of money exchanged, period, here. It is a lot of trade in the Hollow.
Yeah.
So as you tell the story and you like, everybody is just enraptured. The children are so excited to hear these amazing tales of something happening here in the Hollow. It's something that is actually here versus, you have adventurers come in and pilgrims and they tell these great stories and it's like, cool, yay. But it's not at their own home. Like, this is their place. They're incredibly excited. Were you going to say something, Dorus?
No, just like I said, I think share the story and just be happy and appreciative for a meal and a place to rest for the night. Yeah.
Okay.
If there's any like wannabe warriors or anything, I'll like show them a thing or two about sword training and stuff.
Absolutely. So there's actually quite a few people here who they are close to the mountainside, so there were creatures that came in. And quite a few of them would have swords. But also quite a few of them would be very simple magic users who now have a surge of magic or like arcane energy available to them and not know how to use that.
Well, okay, I'll go to anybody that has. Yeah.
Between
I'd follow Sully into that.
Between like the fighters, the sword users, or like the long sword even users, they will talk to you, Ioway, and ask you to show them some of your moves. If you speak about the runes, there will be questions.
Yep.
Will you speak about the runes that you use?
Well, I have no knowledge of how they use their magic here, so probably not.
Okay. That's okay. So Nemu and Soli, as like Dorus, of course it's Dorus, he's going to tell this epic story about what happened and elaborate on everybody's spells they used and everything. There are going to be people who come up to both of you and ask you how you do those spells. And then probably ask for demonstrations of like your cantrips and stuff like that, which would be super exciting. Nimu, quite a few of the younger or the older children, like younger adults, are going to come to you, wondering how you became so adept at your magic so young.
Just have a natural aptitude for it. That's what sorcerers do.
In the background, no, I'm just kidding.
I just blow up and feathers fly everywhere.
That was an accident. Sorry.
Whoops, my bad.
Soli,
Never cast a spell that way.
with your fire and especially your cloud that reacts every time you cast a spell, there's the people who like to be flashy, those who are like, I can do firebolt and make it look really fucking cool, or like, how do I get a little storm that like helps me with my spells, because they think it's the storm. So they will ask you about that. Whether or not you give them a straight answer is up to you.
Yeah, oh yes, I won't give them a straight answer, right?
Dancing around that one?
Yeah, I would dance around that one.
Okay. Dorus.
Yeah, I think he would ask for like maybe like a dead cricket or a dead fly or a dead grasshopper, and what he wants to show is how life works and how to manipulate life force, kind of thing. So he like asks a little kid, like, do you know of, dead grasshopper, dead cricket or something I can show?
Yeah. Wait. The crickets, no. The crickets are out. I'll be right back. So kid runs off.
If he goes and kills a cricket, I'm gonna be pissed.
Runs off and brings you a dead cricket.
God, he just like stomped on it, didn't he?
You don't know.
So he takes this cricket in his hand and he sits down in a particularly grassy area of the town square or somewhere in the center of town, where all the kids are watching him, right? And he puts it in one palm and he puts his other palm over the flowers and grass and he says, life energy only comes from one direction to another. There's nothing that comes from nothing. And he like closes his palm with the bug in it and pushes his other palm down on the ground, and when he opens his palm with the bug hops out and hops on its way. And the plants on the other side is like withering, yeah.
Whoa.
Just imagine it came back as a revenant to kill this child.
I know, the grasshopper.
I was just trying to
the cricket
explain
just
to these
jumps on the
kids
kid's face.
He's just trying to explain to the kids that there's a price to everything you do with magic.
Right. So if you want to bring a lot of crickets back to life, like let's just say you squish a bunch of them, or would it kill a lot of plants?
Well, this is just metaphor. All I am trying to show is that magic does not come from nothing. You have to give something else up to get great rewards.
It seems like the big sister kind of shoos the little boy off. We're not killing crickets anymore. Go. Is this an ability that you can teach?
If you think you have aptitude for it, there's many ways to learn, but doing it with the right way is also important, because you can learn things from dark powers that would overtake you as a novice magic user.
I have a little bit of healing ability, but it's very limited, and it doesn't draw energy from the life around. It just draws energy from the bind, but it seems to limit it much more than yours does.
You have some natural talent in this is good. Or do you have any clerics in your community that could help you, refine these magics?
No, we don't have any clerics. We have druids and that can heal sometimes, but
I don't really have a business card or anything, but I would like to give her like the how to contact the Savaria's Council and like see if she is maybe wanting to apply or something.
Okay. She will gladly notate that information down. Thank you very much, and thank you for all that you've done. It means so much to all of us.
It's a special time. We are all learning together.
Yes, very special time. You will eventually be shown your house. It seems that they had been talking to the plants quite a bit since you had gone to the temple, even before you fixed anything. For the people here in the Hollow, they are very secluded. They rely on each other, and very, very seldomly will they have any trade or any kind of contact with the outside world. When they did, it would be other protectors around other temples, but even so, only Wolfden Falls was really close to them. The archipelago has been taken over by the great families, and the communities that are supposed to protect the temples there are not really allowed to do their job anymore. So just the idea that a group of outsiders appeared here and is willing to do so much to help them meant quite a bit to these people. But it seems that they had been talking to the plants, and the plants had agreed to form a new place for you all. Now, it has only been a few days, so it is still very simple. But as you're led to this home, it's as if a tree has grown just for this house. It's a wide trunk, and you can see the bark on the outside. Vines have grown up over the opening to allow a little bit of privacy if needed. They'll fall down for you, kind of like just a curtain. And the tree branches come up off the side, but as you walk in, you realize that the tree is actually hollow, and you can see straight up into the sky itself. There is no ceiling here. The rooms are kind of just sections. Aldari, hey, are just like pie pieces that are just kind of sectioned off, mainly just for sleeping. There's really no like large carpets in the bedroom, fancy furniture. It's just really comfortable beds. The main area is the seating area, where they just assumed that, of course, they are very community based, that your group would also be community based and would spend most of your time together. And then there's also a kitchen that is partially outside and partially inside off the back of the house, or the back of the tree itself. It's just all very simple, but it is something that they have done for you. You have your own private place here in the very heart of Mason Hollow and Gornshin, right next to the temple if need be. So if you ever need to return and have a place to sleep here in the Hollow, you have your own home.
Is that foreshadow?
Everything is worth.
Oh,
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Very cool.
I have a feeling we're going to be living in the Hollow.
I am offering you a place to make your...
Hollow.
Yeah, I am offering you a place to make your base. It doesn't have to be here, but
That's cool.
it is an option, and it is very secluded from everybody, so it could be a good thing.
Mimu, is this your natural habitat?
What, a tree?
Yes.
That's supposed to be a joke.
Possibly.
I think it is better joke than my eating better joke.
I think we need to work on your comedy skills. Maybe we can find a book for that.
Is this
Don't-
meant to be a joke?
Dorus reaches his
totally serious.
staff up and like touches a vine at the top of the ceiling and makes it light, so we can see inside here.
Very cool. Very cool. If you mention things like like lights and that kind of thing, it will be eventually added to your home. As you know, Sarentor does illusions, including light. So if there's anything you wanted to add, you can always talk to those in Sarentor to add something to your home. If you wanted something, a little bit more, you wanted to feel peaceful every time you walked into your house, Shirlu Men would be able to do that. And if you needed more permanent furnishings, solid floors, that kind of thing, Shalebinder would be able to offer that.
Can the tree grow a stable?
A stable?
Yeah.
Actually, they could probably ask some saplings to grow a little bit more sturdy for you and have some vines wrap around it. If you wish.
Sure.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah, that works.
I'll be very kind to the plants.
Yeah, so the plants that they gave you would be there's a couple of just seedlings, like little bitty baby plants, and they'll tell you there are a couple of the flowers here, and then you have this, it's like a large, very shallow bowl, and within it, Calgary, and within it is that really strange moss that you had collected before that has the healing properties, and just a couple of the other plants, and you can put them anywhere in your home or outside, it doesn't matter. It was just one of their things that they had to give.
Sweet.
So everybody is able to pick a room. You can eventually decorate it however you want if you do return here.
Whoa, very cool.
Yeah. You can add all your own personal touches, or as you travel, you do have like a not a teleport necessarily to the house, but you do have the key just really close.
No Hearthstone.
There's a Hearthstone to the temple. So just as everybody kind of settles in, and you're just finding places for your stuff, Dorus, you get a message from Messy the messenger, actually Kala the communications expert, which is even funnier. Kala, you have been requested in Sarentor. The peoples of Mazent Hollow would like to celebrate everything you have done for them. And that's the end of the message. Dorus, because I think Dorus sent the message to... Dorus has spoken to Kala and sent the message to...
the little
Zippy
fairy
boy.
guy.
Zane.
Yeah, Zane, yeah. And Doris tries to clear the earwax out of his ear for a second. Is like, I think we are requested for presents in Sarentor for
We're getting presents?
celebration of some sort. I got the message in head. I don't know how to. Not very good with these sending and messages things.
Wait, did you say we're requested for presents?
Yes, our presence of our group is requested in Sarentor.
I was gonna say I don't have any presents for anybody.
No, not present like gifts. More like we go there to be present.
Oh, our presence is requested.
Yes, that's
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, okay, that's a totally different thing. Got it.
What I'm hearing is that we're getting the presents.
No, I don't think
We
this
got a
is
free
case.
house.
I
That's
think it's a
pretty sweet.
celebration because we have maybe cured affliction for many peoples. This is be good for the entire valley, not just us.
Right.
And they'll be giving us presents.
Mm-hmm.
Well, as part of my order, it is hard for me to accept gifts, but I will go and see what is happening. Yeah, definitely. Just like this house, I don't think I need house. Honestly, I don't want to live here. I think
Wait.
this would be better served as part of the community.
As part of the clergy, do you have to practice abstinence?
That's a big word, Nemu.
I had to think about it for a second. I never
Do
thought
know
of
what that
abstinence.
word
146 years, I have never had asked this question, but I don't think it is a requirement. Just as normality. Our order requests for knowledge more than, generational wealth or any of this.
I see. So no.
No little baby Doruses.
It is not forbidden, but is not looked highly upon, I would say.
Okay.
Okay.
That's all I got.
So random.
Wait,
Yeah, I'm not sure how to answer that.
Yeah. To a
Is it
teenager.
Nemu a child too?
Yeah, he's a teenager.
14. Yeah. Abstinence. Big word.
You sound so smart. So you finally do get your long rest. Anybody who had strength taken away, it does finally restore. I think it actually
Yay.
restored on a short rest. I can't remember. Doesn't matter. That was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, no idea. I forgot we
Thank
even
God,
leveled.
thank you so much.
You're welcome. I was thinking about. I was like, how many combats have they had? Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
It's
blast one spell and be like, yeah, I'm out.
Yep. Thanks. Peace. So you awake in the morning, and breakfast is ready and served into your home. It is actually just dropped on the in the outdoor part of your kitchen for you to have whenever you're awake. Everybody within Gornshin gives their thanks once again and sends you on your way, letting those that will make it to the Shallows Vale Fall tonight said they'll see you that evening. So you make your way into Sarentor, which is only a couple of hours away. Oh, they also spoiled Atomos. Atomos has a couple of saddlebags full of sweet oats, apples, carrots, and absolutely nothing that a horse needs.
But once.
yo.
But once. Yep. His hair is braided. He's been groomed very well.
Can I, in the breakfast period, can I do one quick thing?
Yeah.
I'd like to find that girl who was asking me about like where she could learn more, and I would like to ask her to like not caretake but like watch over the safety of this treehouse that we've gained while we're gone, and like sort of maybe learn from the energy of the forest kind of thing, like, you know, be a caretaker for our place.
That sounds very easy. I can do that.
You will learn much from this forest and the creatures and plants within.
Well, you know, maybe they'll have settled down now that you've done what you did at the temple, and they won't be such a pest. And we can actually learn from them instead. I mean, can you imagine living around those things?
If I have like an hour to blow,
Yeah.
I would like to work with her to like, you know, step on a plant and then show her how to use the magical energy to like stop it from completely dying. So I want to like work with her to like learn the spell Spare the Dying.
Okay.
If I could do that in an hour or less, I would say.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, she already has an aptitude for it. So it takes her about 40 minutes probably of that hour before she finally gets down kind of like what you're trying to get at. It's very opposite to the way that she has just her natural abilities. Do you at any point ever talk about the idea of where you get your spirit from as far as being or your energy from as far as being a cleric, like your spells and that kind of stuff?
I think just I
Theory?
would leave it more generally as like life energy comes from somewhere. You must exhibit some of your own energy to be able to affect others' energy, sort of thing. I don't think I would go into the necromancy aspect of it with her.
Yeah, she does. Like by the time you're done teaching this to her, she ends up with like a little bit of a cough and sniffles, as if she's just taken too much of her own personal, fortitude away. But she's very grateful and seems to be flattered from the attention of any of you.
As we're leaving, guys, just say, I promise you, next time we're in town, I will teach you much more how to work it yourself, how to work on it yourself.
That would be wonderful. Thank you. So you make your way out of the city, eaten, done everything that you can within the house, in the short time that you had. And as you reach the main city of Sarentor, you notice that all of the illusions have changed. Whereas before it was a lot of water illusions, the waterfalls off of the 4 cardinal point towers that are within the middle of the city. Lots of splashing water and fish and whales and dolphins. Now those waterfalls are now whirlwinds of air. And they're a little bit dark and kind of smoky. But within you see ravens and moths and the dragonflies that you met on around the tower. And very, very occasionally you'll see the shadow of a large dragon fly within these giant illusionary whirlwinds. Around the town itself, very much the same thing. The fountains that they had, the smaller fountains, nothing like they had within Sarentor, even in Chris. The illusionary water has been replaced with like little tornadoes, and you see just leaves and small flying birds and insects kind of wrapped up within it. Just riding the winds, not obviously like being torn apart by them. It is illusion. They want it to be, you know, nice and interesting. And within the city center itself, the town square, there have been placed multiple stone pillars. Whereas before you were here and there was some kind of event going on and there was a lot of food and food vendors and like games and all that kind of craziness. It is mostly empty of just temporary stalls, but dotted everywhere within this grand square, this grand city square, are just these stone pillars. Very small, short, maybe 3 feet high, maybe 3 feet around. But they are masterfully crafted by those of Shalebinder from striated stone. Right. Striations? Striated? Wow, I'm sorry guys, I totally got stuck on that.
So good.
And it's each one is engraved just a little bit differently from the other. I don't know.
We should look at Ari's English stuff.
I know.
Language art stuff. Maybe it'll teach us how to do it.
How to speak.
How to talk.
How to speak with a lot of S's. So each one is engraved and carved with different symbology from around the hollow, from each different area, from each different town, and just kind of like what they specialize in. And you see many people walking into the town square, leaving small trinkets, flowers, toys, letters, all of these kinds of things around the base of each of the stones and also on top. And they're placing them around what looks like some kind of torch, but they've been woven out of this beautiful dark red wood with an unwavering flame that sits atop each one. And you hear whispers every so often. That's them. No, I'm sure of it. That's them. No, it can't be anybody else. They're the only people here that don't belong in the hollow. It's them. And like as somebody says it, like these whispers and people begin talking louder, it just kind of trickles out as everybody begins focusing on you. And you begin hearing an incredibly loud clap. Just exaggerated. And you turn around and you see Bruvar standing in front of the building where y'all had the meeting in the Hall of Service. And as he begins clapping and smiling at you all, everybody in this town square begins clapping along. And cheers will begin for all of you, just as their appreciation and thankfulness, not only for helping those that were afflicted, but also removing the major threat of those creatures that kept coming. It won't remove the creatures themselves. They will always be a thing, but they will no longer be just bum-rushed attacked every single night. Bruvar calls you over. How are you feeling? Did you get some rest? Did you...
Yep, much better now that we got rest. This is kind of weird. People are staring at us.
The people of Gornshin were very generous to us. We had very good night rest and good meal. We are in good spirits after our ordeal.
Well, word has traveled very quickly, and as you can tell, everybody here knows what you have done. I am, you know how I feel. But if y'all would like a break from all of this, there will be a couple of events later on. But if you want a break from the attention, I would love to have you. We can just go right inside here and talk for a little bit. I would like to know what's going on next, and I have a few questions for you from out of all of this.
If we take like 1 hour and just relax and enjoy the city, then meet.
Yeah, like talk to some people.
This is okay with you, Brovar. We don't mean to, be rude, but
If you see Munderick, avoid him.
I should like to meet with all of the three, not just you, Brovar.
Right.
I just want to do some magic tricks for people.
Can I insight check him? Because I feel like he's trying to ditch the other two of the three and just talk to us alone.
For sure. They're
Okay.
a bunch of politicians, man. We can't trust these people.
I'm gonna roll insight because I don't trust this guy now that he said that he wanted that. 18.
18.
Like,
Bruvar, God, he has not really shown a bunch of interest for you guys. And it is a little bit odd now that you are back.
Now he suddenly wants to talk to us?
He does suddenly want to talk to you and wants you to avoid Munderick. But as far as like the insight check, he is nervous as hell. He is very, very nervous to have you walking around the city. He's incredibly nervous about you running into Munderick. And you can't quite tell why. Every time you've seen him, he has just been steadfast.
Okay, so having feeling this vibe from him, I'd be like, okay, if it's important, you talk to us now. This is fine. We'll go. Be very, if it's pressing, we will go. Come with.
You know what? It's okay. Go. Enjoy the city. Talk to those that you need to talk to. When Balaran arrives, we can have a discussion.
1 hour. I wish 1 hour just to talk to townspeople and see how they're taking the news of events,
Yes. 1 hour. Got it. So he will walk back inside the main the main tower.
that was
Damn it, I
kinda
feel like
weird.
I fucked it up now because I feel like he was going to tell us something really weird and important. What Doris wants to do for this hour is sit across from where they're doing their givings to the putting flowers up or whatever. And every time someone says a prayer to the flame or whatever, I'm going to do thaumaturgy and make the flame dance a little or blast up or whatever to make it seem like something's happening.
Very cool.
Kind of secretly behind the scenes away from the thing.
That's awesome. Yeah. There's quite a few times where people are very distraught. It's been a very rough year for the Hollow. I don't really notice the flicker of the flames, but there are many who notice it, and you just kind of see their shoulders, just the tension and the sorrow in their faces and in their bodies just relax just a little bit, as if who they're talking to has heard what they've been saying. And then you have a few people who go up there and are already angry and upset, and that happens, and they seem to get even angrier.
Can't win them all.
Can't win them all, but that's okay.
This is how you start a cult, Dorus.
This is how you start a cult. Or, bring back gods. Iwe, what are you doing?
Well, you know.
What are some of the events here?
The events are going to be set up until later tonight. It will include palm reading, tarot card reading. You get like fortune tellers, and then of course more eating contests because there's a lot of food here in the Hollow. Just some random like fall type stuff, Halloween stuff. But it's going to be like once the sun starts setting, it'll be ready to go. But of course, you know, all the shops are still open. It's still daytime. You're good to go. Is there anything that you wanted to shop for? That kind of thing.
I'm gonna head over to Soli.
Okay.
I've noticed that these people like their flames.
They do. Maybe a bit too much.
I was thinking, what if we gave them like some sort of show?
Sure. What do you have in mind?
Well, you have fire and I have swords.
Oh.
All right. I see where this is going.
Very good. So are
Well-
you going to do a demonstration of the way of the Vareki?
Yes, in a way. More of a dramatic retelling, but
Very cool.
Very cool. Yeah.
So you're doing a retelling of the fight that you had on the temple, at the temple?
not really of that, but more like just like a pseudo fight between us. Fire and
Oh.
sword.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. Okay. So, Nemu, is there anything you would like to add to their performance?
Well, I could do minor illusions, so I guess
Me too.
yeah. So we could do illusions. So we can both do different illusions. I can shape water. I can do dancing lights. I can do wind
fire.
dust.
Also a bard.
Oh yeah, I can play my flute. Yeah.
The dramatic flutist in the background.
Well, let me play you some dramatic flute music, and it's literally this all the same song that I've been playing. Because I really know I know like 2 songs.
Yeah.
I just imagine it's like a really off-key tavern song.
Right. No, it's good because I practiced this one song a lot. It's just the same fucking song.
No,
Is
they're
there
like
a-
off-key from the battle.
Was there an owl in Robin Hood? Because I imagine like a cartoon owl playing a flute.
For sure. For sure. No,
awesome.
what was the bard in that?
I don't think it was an
remember.
owl, but some cartoon with an owl in it.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Okay, so Dorus is already making flames flicker in the background. So, Iwe and Soli,
I got my performance check already.
nice. You square up against each other. Now everybody is
Yeah.
already watching you. So as you kind of square up against each other, and Iwe does a couple of flexes and a couple of sword twirls, just kind of, you know, showing off a little bit. You gain a crowd before you even begin, and of course
Is there like a
Dorus, the
stage
little
we can perform on?
I'm picturing the place in my head. I'm so sorry. Yes, there would be.
Whoa. Very cool. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just a higher platform in the middle of the town square that you can take over. So you start doing some flourishing. So Lee, you start warming up maybe with a couple of cantrips, dancing
Yeah.
lights, you know, making your storm kind of like float around you and arc lightning everywhere. Little flames randomly flashing all around you from Dorus. Nemu steps up for a dramatic music.
I rolled a 7 for performance.
Hit a roll. Oh.
As soon as I notice like I'm not doing well
with
because
all
I'm really
them-
nervous, I'm just gonna like pull back on the volume.
With all
You
them
know-
helping him, surely he could do this at advantage, right?
Okay, you get advantage.
Okay, all right.
Everybody can have
There's two
advantage
people
on
helping you.
performance.
You know, like you start doing something in front of people,
Yeah.
you notice it sucks, so it just gets like quieter,
Really
more
quiet.
distant.
I got 9 performance.
Okay, you get advantage. Everybody gets advantage.
Okay, 18.
Can I use sleight of hand since I'm using?
Oh! Whoa.
Yes.
I roll like shit.
Did you roll advantage?
Yes.
Oh no. It's okay.
Not
Maybe
that
Soli will
bad.
make up for it.
I got a 15.
Oh, that's not bad. Soli.
Natural 20.
Oh, nice. That's amazing. So you square up, and as Nemo begins playing his music, the little lights, the flames kind of flicker and grow brighter as Nemo hits on strong notes. Pillar story arc. Fucking pillars. I don't know why I'm getting stuck on stuff tonight. Now, for Soli, your natural 20, your small cloud suddenly expands. And what is the first spell that you're going to cast in the direction of Ioe, not hitting him?
I will do some fancy firebolts. Not hitting him, of course.
I'm actually going to use my swords and like catch them, and then as soon as I catch them, my sword ignites in flame with my fire rune.
Very, very cool. So the lightning flashes and the thunder begins to rumble as Soli throws these firebolts towards Ioe, who catches them all on his sword, does a little bit of flare, and suddenly his sword is on fire. Ioe, is there anything you would like to do?
Well, since we're doing like a mock battle kind of thing.
Yep.
I'm going to, as like the smoke of the blades in my hand begin to rise, I'm just going to like try to manipulate them with the swords, and they're just going to like wrap around Soli.
Very cool. So you have chains of flame that you can do.
I was going to make that, but smoke.
But smoke? You strike your sword forward, and the smoke just kind of shoots over to Soli, wraps around her in these chains. Soli, what are you going to cast as you break free of the smoke?
I'm going to cast Whirlwind of Fire Infusion because I'm like a fire.
Nice.
Oh, yo.
So this is an area of effect. So this whole area is full of whirlwinds already. The storm, lightning arcs off, hits one of the little whirlwinds that's in one of the fountains, and just kind of rips it over to Ioe. And as it passes you, Soli, you just infuse it with fire, and it just swirls around Ioe. He is lost at this moment in a whirlwind of fire. At that same moment, you hear a ukulele
Oh, nice.
join you on your flute.
Oh, is it what's her name?
Mita.
Yay!
Yes,
So-
Mina.
So you start hearing this ukulele. You don't see her yet. She's not very tall. But she'll make her way into the area as Ioe, what are you doing now that you're surrounded by a whirlwind of flames? No, she's a hedge.
A hedgehog?
Yeah.
That's fucking amazing.
This is the best
That's
reunion
even better.
ever.
I think I will activate my giant rune and just become a giant in the middle of this, breaking it.
Oh, very cool. So all of a sudden, Ioe expands. And as he does, the smoke, the whirlwind, and the flames just break apart and dissipate in like little dancing like fire motes. And you stand there. Are you going to make an attack as giant EOA?
Well, I don't know. I don't want to make an actual attack. I'll purposely miss as I swing a giant version of my sword.
Giant flaming sword
Yes.
down. And you telegraph it fairly well. So Lee, you're able to like quickly move away as your cloud comes down and just kind of surrounds you with a little bit of lightning energy, kind of like Zane does. And you zip back. What are you gonna do?
Oh my god. Scorching ray.
Scorching ray
Yeah, I'm not getting them.
dodges out of the way. This lightning coming with her, scorching ray right up into Eoway. What are you gonna do? This is the last one.
I shrink down to dodge it.
So cool. Shrinks down, pulls his sword back as the scorching ray just blasts off, and as it does, it goes past the main building and into one of the illusionary whirlwinds, or the like streams of wind, and just kind of gets drawn up. And as you watch this massive illusionary fall of wind, you now see kind of these flames being pulled up and down it for a very short time. Everybody that's been watching just erupts in cheers, and Mita and Nemu finish up the song with a flourish. And there has been a little money pot collected for you guys. Some flowers in there, a little bit of money. I'll give y'all totals later. That's not the whole point of tonight. But you have some flowers, maybe some small trinkets, for the performance that you all put on. And Mita walks up to everybody. Gather round. I've missed you. How are you? You look well. You sound amazing. You look amazing. That was really exciting.
I'm gonna go give her a quick hug.
She wears a cloak, see?
She's spiky. Be careful.
She wears a cloak over her spikes. She'll give everybody as tight of a hug as she can.
She's got tiny arm.
Yeah. Well, you know, y'all are both... Hey. You making fun of hedges?
No.
They do have really short legs.
I have scales. I'm protected.
Yeah, you're protected. So she gives everybody like quick hugs, and so what happened? I'm guessing everything worked out. I knew you could do it. I'm sorry I couldn't be with you. I was really I wanted to see how the affliction was affected. It's
That's
really
all right.
important to get that information.
Yeah, it's all fixed, right?
Yeah. Everybody that I've seen has been fixed. And it seems even that there's been some other interesting changes. And she'll kind of pick up her ukulele and she begins humming in the way that Mita does. And she'll play a few chords, and like you kind of all feel like a bardic infusion. The changes that I'm guessing that you made to the thing that had all the stuff on it, I can do magic now.
Oh, that's great.
That's amazing.
Awesome.
It sounded
really
very
weird magic, though.
sarcastic.
Yeah.
I was trying to sound as sincere as possible, but yeah, a little worried
Should be a little worried.
at the same time.
Should be a little worried. No, you're spot on. Well, it's not magic like you know, those in Sarentor or Sheerlumen or Shalebinder, but it's still magic. And it works with song, which is my favorite thing.
I guess we kind of have that in common now. Did you have any propensity for magic before?
No, you know, I had a few things that happened, but like really simple, you know, like put a candle out from across the room, or I once folded a napkin without touching it. That was really cool.
Oh, so maybe you had a propensity for it. It's another big word. And what we did just made it to where you now, like, you have a better connection to it now, or it's just bigger magic everywhere.
So something that's really weird. Well, first
Uh-oh.
off, I get to do the song for tonight. I know we kind of follow the old ways for the Shallows Veil Fall, but there's a song that we've always done, and I get to do that because of all the new stuff, the new abilities that I've gotten. But what's really weird is I got to talk to my brother one night while I was singing, and he passed quite a while ago.
That's nice. Do you often have talks with people that have been passed for a long time?
No, that's new. But I figured for tonight, because this is the night where people, you know, the only night of the year where people can have a chance to talk to those beyond, that I would be able to perform and sing the song. So it'll yeah, well, no, nobody's it's been ages.
Well, I'm excited to hear it.
It's been ages since anybody's actually, you know, it's more for comfort now, but the stories were that in the past that the song would actually bring back the spirits that maybe had some unfinished business, or, you know, just were here to give comfort to their loved ones or their friends. And it hasn't happened in a really long time, and maybe with everything that y'all have done and you know, what all my new stuff, I'll be able to do it. No? She just kind of looks to everybody's faces
I'm
as
excited.
it's just kind of like a different
Like she's
look
looking
of,
for approval to do this.
I say, you know what? I say go for it. I hope you do a good job.
Me too.
I'm sure you'll do great.
I'm looking forward to it.
the roots.
I don't think I'm there. I think I'm still in the town square doing my thing, right?
Well, she's in the town square. Everybody's there.
Yeah, I think I would ask her, your brother, what did he say to you?
Well, I couldn't really hear him well. It was, I couldn't
Was it
hear
more
him
like a
at all.
feeling, or did he actually ask you for something?
No, I saw him. I did see him. He was there. Not like I wasn't imagining it, and I hadn't like had any strange tease or anything. He was there, and it looked like he was trying to talk, but I couldn't really hear it. It was, I heard sounds, but no words. He looks scared.
You think this ceremony tonight would be able to speak with him more further?
Well, from the ancient stories, it's the night to do that.
Well,
Well, maybe we'll all appreciate the Shallows Veil ceremonies tonight. It'd be interesting to see.
Well, I hope so. It's going to be really great. But we have something special planned just for you first. And speaking of, I have to go get ready. Anyway, it was great seeing everybody. And I'll see you in about an hour.
Thank you for the
And-
serenade, Mita. Very good playing.
Yes.
You too, Nemio. Very good. Very good.
Yeah, it was really good.
it was definitely nice seeing you again. We'll see you again soon, right?
Yeah, I just have to make sure everything is prepared for tonight. And I hope you enjoy the show.
Awesome.
Anything we can do to help, let us know. Of course, we will be happy to help.
You've done enough. I gotta tell Ballerin that you're here. So she runs off.
Mita is getting awfully foreshadowy, and I don't like it.
The foreshadow is emanating from her.
Yeah. I love Mita. She always has done that. I think this is just like the first time that y'all are like, oh, she has always told you what's gonna happen.
If we had
which is
turned
a
this
little bit
entire
weird.
like valley into a valley of zombie humans or something, or zombie animals, I'm gonna be pissed.
Is this the same thing Dorus experienced back in the ruins? That's what I'm thinking.
Who else was there? Who was there in
Technically,
Chris?
I was in the room.
Who was
Well,
there
we all went
in
into
Chris?
the shadow thing and fought the shadow thing, but
Huh? Mita was there in Chris. When y'all went into the
Yes.
shallows.
yes, she was.
So about an hour passes. Well, about 20 minutes pass, and Ballerin arrives. And he has his brother, like, he's talking to his brother, arm around his shoulder. And his brother, like, has a basket full of stuff that he walks over to one of the little stone pillars to. Looks like he's giving some stuff for others. So Ballerin walks over. There's really nothing more that I can say to you all for everything that you've done. I'm guessing that Mita told you about the celebration tonight.
Yeah, it should be fun. I'm looking forward
We're
to it.
happy that this is coming back after some time away.
Well, you know, we've always had the celebration. I just have a feeling that this year is going to be a little bit different. There's,
You know, we talked to Bruvar a bit earlier. He seemed disappointed he could not talk to us alone. Do you know why this would be?
no. What did he say?
Well, he seemed to want to talk to us urgently, and then when I said maybe we wait an hour and talk to the three together, seemed like a little disappointed, maybe.
Bruvar doesn't do anything in haste.
Okay. I don't think it's a worryable thing to think about, but, you know, maybe we meet together with the three if they're all here, you know.
Yeah, we're supposed to have a meeting, but I haven't seen Mundrik yet today. But
Is he expected to come here or no?
well, of course, it's Shallow's Vale, but
Yes, the festival is upon us, yes.
yeah, I'm very surprised he's not here. This is one of his favorite times of year. But if Bruvar is coming to you, that just doesn't make any sense.
Where do you
Yes.
think Mundrik is?
I mean, it is possible it was just feeling I got it wrong, but this is how I felt earlier when you talked to us.
No, I feel that's it. You're not the only one.
I think it's important we put all things on table if we want the good of the valley to be on everyone's mind going forward.
Well, I mean, we can head to the Hall of Service and see if Mundrik is there, but I mean, we were all supposed to have a quick conversation just to give our thanks and see what your plans were after this, but let's just head that way and see what we can find. Mita would poke me to death if she thought I ruined her surprise for later, so I gotta get you out of the square anyway.
Because Mita is very excited about the ceremonies later. We can tell.
She's worked very hard at it. So Ballerin will lead you inside and back up to the Hall of Service where the main meeting was before. And Bruvar is there waiting, but there is no Mundrik. Bruvar speaks up. Well, we have 20-30 minutes to kill before the celebrations begin. I am sorry for my haste earlier. There is something going on with Mundrick, and I don't know what it is. And I didn't want him to come across you if there was any kind of abilities he may have gained with the changes to whatever it is that y'all did.
Yeah, what else? What other people have suddenly become magical?
Yeah.
Suddenly become magical? I don't...
Well, like, are there any people that you've seen that...
Mundricks have always been magical.
But, like, have you heard of anybody else that possesses magic now that... Or anybody that didn't before? Or any weird stuff with people?
Well, you would have to define weird. Myself, personally, I did feel like a surge of arcane magics, and I have a better understanding of my own craft, but I haven't been able to make it back to Shalebinder to see what changes there have been there. Most everybody that had some kind of ability before is a little bit stronger now, but nothing weird.
Have you seen Munderic today, or is this recent development?
No, I've been here since the last time I saw you at Sherlumen. Day and a
You
half.
think he has taken off and gone somewhere, or is he going to appear today, you think?
I don't know. He should have been here already. There was a lot of planning that needed to be done, and I was concerned about the way that he was acting in our meetings with you. He seemed a little bit too excited about what you were doing and did not have enough, in my opinion, not saying that what you did was in error, but concern about the ramifications of what could happen. If you're saying that people have gained abilities that they didn't have before versus just gaining more, then that would be a ramification that Mundrick, of all people, should have thought about beforehand. And
Maybe he did, and that's why he was excited about it.
Yes, he was always very adamant about people being able to visit the temple and everything.
considering that he used to be the person who fought to keep people from coming, it is very concerning.
Okay, maybe I have this very wrong in my notes. Sorry.
Maybe I'm...
Yeah, I have in my notes that he was like, he wanted to keep the temple open to keep people coming to it and visiting it.
Yeah, no one has been denied to the Temple of the First One since time told. Yes.
You're right. Now maybe he's pissed at what we did. That's different.
Yeah. His foresight has always been greatly sought out for anything that has to do with the resurgence of magics. Anytime anybody within the Hollow itself shows any kind of ability, they go to Mundrick and to the collective and get an idea about what that's going to look like in the future, and if there's any concerns that we might have, if they live in Shalebinder and have, you know, more power with the illusions, if they would do better to study in Sarentor, those kinds of things. So for him to have no concerns or insight or forethought on something as severe as what you all had discussed doing is worrisome. But
Well, unfortunately, we have already made decisions, and this is how the world lies now. So,
I mean, there really
Better-
wasn't a great decision one way or another. I mean, everything was
we
flawed.
made like one decision, and then like 13 other decisions came along with. You know, it wasn't necessarily we made all these decisions.
no, I'm not saying it was an error. I am just surprised that now that what he wished to have been done is completed, after his show of interest in you all completing what it is that you are going to do, that he's not here.
Especially at one of his favorite festivals of the year.
Do you think he left the Hollow?
I hope not. He is the leader of the collective, and I don't believe that he has passed on all the knowledge that he holds to create the tablets.
What is the tablet?
The collective, the library, the tablets that we build at Shalebinder that they are able to implant memories into.
He holds these memories and important knowledge documents at the Sheer Lumin, yes?
Yes, but the ability to create those tablets, that to take those memories from others in such a perfect form that he does, he's the only one who can do it. I'm hoping he's still here, and maybe he's just he himself is struggling with the new magics that he's gained. I'm just going to assume that that is the fact. Maybe he
But
had...
either way, it's good to have two of you here, and we are ready to celebrate and hopefully make sure the valley is safe for, decades to come.
Yes. I
did
hope so.
overhear Mundrick over here talking about some hidden knowledge he placed within the library. I wasn't able to find it.
Well, perhaps we should ask him the next time we see him. So, Balarin speaks up. Well, this is enough of this. If we see Mundrick, we see Mundrick. So, that's just going to be the way that it is. We'll speak with him when the time comes, but right now, I believe we have finally killed enough time to go see what Mita has planned.
Yep.
Well, hello there.
Hey.
Hello. So we will take a quick break.
Take
Sorry
some
for the
water.
delay, everyone.
It's all
You're
good.
Yeah, I need water. I do have half
Me
a bottle.
too.
But I need a quick break, and then we'll do the celebration and on to the event that closes the night.
Sweet.
Next.
get a
Best move.
house though?
Oh, they're so happy with us giving them magics that they were like, have a house.
Oh, does it have a garden?
Well, the whole place is
alive.
Yeah, the house is
I think
alive.
it's like a big hollowed out tree. Like it's basically a live house.
Oh, freaking A, I'm gonna be in like Druid heaven then.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
The plants grew a stable for the horse.
The plants did grow a stable for the horse,
Oh,
and won't ever feed him hay if you allow it. They'll just grow like
oats and apples.
sweet- Yeah, oats and apples and carrots. Watermelons. Okay, so he broke a password. I'm just gonna start. So Valoran and Bruvar will lead you back down the stairs, and as soon as they open the door out of the main tower, the central tower, onto the square, music starts up. The music itself is haunting but beautiful, and it just kind of floats on the air. There are multiple people in incredibly creepy though beautiful outfits on stilts, walking around, dancing as much as they can to this music. And it's not quite as amazing as EOA and Soli's show. But there are this is Sarentor is the center of illusion. Oh, I need to replace Jack's this thing off. But dancing lights, and like you hear the echo of crazy laughter kind of float on the air, and children's giggles mixing in as all of the illusion crafters of Sarentor take their part in creating the feel of the night to speak to the spirits. You are kind of given a corridor out of the building itself, as people just kind of separate for you and begin clapping and cheering. Mita is not far from you, playing on her ukulele, smiling a giant grin, playing along with the song. And she kind of like puts down her ukulele as the music continues and walks over. You see now the different events as far as the fortune tellers and the card readers, the palm readers, and all of the extra stuff. Different kinds of foods and candy apples and fun stuff that you would generally find in some kind of like fall or harvest festival, along with the very now dark and kind of creepy feeling music. The light has been unnaturally dimmed even further than there would be at sunset, so that it kind of has this strange purpley dark feel to all of the light in the area. Yes, it is Dias de los Muertos, but it is a little bit more like that than anything else. So what are you gonna do first? We have a little bit of time before the main event, which of course isn't celebrating you, but I have a bunch of stuff here for you. And she reaches into her bag and she pulls out a bunch of handwritten notes. These are all thank you notes from everybody who you have affected so far, just here in the hollow, and showing your appreciation for everything that you have done, or their appreciation for everything that you've done. And I even got some letters from the families in Ticknell that had people afflicted, and those are here. And she pulls out another group of letters, as well as a couple of small bundles. And now these, and she reaches in and grabs a small little stack of cards, kind of. And this one is to the palm readers, and they are willing to give everybody a free palm reading, of course. And then you have the fortune tellers and the candy apple place. Okay, so first off, when you go to the candy apple place, ask for, it's gonna sound weird, but trust me, it's good, the lavender. It's the best one. You've got to try the lavender. Lavender, a weed? No, but sure. So she'll hand you cards to all of the events, and it's pretty much like a free pass to the entire place. Everybody would be interested in hearing a speech from you all later, and that's it. If you want to do the speech, let me know, and I'll have that set up right before we do the Shallows Vale event. Maybe a little bit of Q&A from you all. That's okay.
Do you have flashcards?
I can get you flashcards.
We will, of course, answer anything we can about the events that took place.
Okay, perfect. I will allow you to enjoy the event, and I'm gonna go get that set up right now. And enjoy yourselves, please. Oh, I forgot. Costumes. If you want costumes, there is that building right over there, the clothier. She has a lot of costumes over there, and she said that you can borrow whatever you want.
I want to look like a skeleton.
I am sure she has something.
You already do, my friend.
I asked Mita.
I don't have a witty comeback for that.
I asked Mita if she has, have any families visited from Tignil to come here to the festival.
There's a couple people that made it down.
I should like to visit with them if possible, for just one moment.
Of course. She just kind of like jumps up and down a little bit as she's like looking for people from. Yeah, right over there. There's a couple of them right over there. And
thank you, Mita. I will catch up with you in a moment.
Okay. I'll take.
And I wander over to visit that family.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Sorry, I had to refresh my memory on everybody who was in Tignil. So you walk over to a family of turtles, and it's Tignil. They're on the river, and they kind of just stop what they're doing. They were in line to get one of the candy apples, and they stop what they're doing and they look up.
Hello, do you mind if I join you? I'm Dorus of the Severius Council. I'm a pilgrim to the temple recently, and we are learning about what we have done has affected the valley very much. So we would like to learn from everyone.
You, of course, can join us.
Okay, great. I've heard the lavender flavor apple is very good. So I may just stay in line with you and chat with you a moment and get one.
Okay.
He weirdly sidles up to them, weirdly befriending himself into their party.
It's an honor to have you join us. My favorite is the orange peel one. Are you enjoying your time here in Sarentor so far since returning from the temple and doing your amazing deeds?
Well, you honor us too greatly. We did only what anyone who wished to help the valley would do. We went to the library. The library has many great, stones to learn from, and we went to the temple and learned so much there as well. The valley has been very enlightening for all of our party. And don't think you have to treat us as idols or anything. We are just members of Ralios, just like anyone else.
Yes, members of Ralios. You do know the changes that you made, though, right?
Yes, it was a hard decision. We did not know exactly the ramifications either. So we did our best, and we'll see what happens next.
Wait, what changes did we make exactly? I'm just curious to see your perspective.
Did you come with us?
Yeah, I'm assuming.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Well,
I was trying to jump off and do my own thing, but that's fine.
Okay, never mind.
I think he would be like, yeah, well, we changed the course of history for the valley for sure. We changed the workings of magic. We released some ancient the ways of the magics.
You have Mikiel and Bianca. They were both afflicted. And
Yes, this is why I came over. I wanted to know that the people in Neil were all, back to normal as most as could be, and there's no more monsters attacking town. Hopefully.
We have one left that has been plaguing the river for a while, but now that those of the Ticknil that have arcane abilities are able to empower them a little bit more. I'm going to assume that was from something that you all did as well. We're hopeful that we'll be able to take care of that one issue. But look,
I look this nice lady in the eyes and I say, do you think we made the right decision? Do you think that we made good decisions for the rest of Valley and for all of Rallios?
I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. I think, and don't take this disrespectfully, I think what you've done has changed the course of history on Avenvon. And I don't know if it's for good or if it's for bad. I know there's a lot of hopeful people. And if that is all you accomplish with what you did, then it was worth it.
And Doris steadies himself and lifts his body up and leans against his cane with a sigh and is like, well, you are correct. We made decisions, maybe not knowing full value of what decisions we did make. But at least maybe we share apple together and enjoy night, yes?
She kind of takes a breath and relaxes. Now that she's being completely honest with you. Yes, that sounds very good. Ioe, Nimu, Soli, Jax. Is there anything specific y'all wanted to do before the main event?
Yes.
Okay.
Hey, Soli.
Yes,
You got a second?
I do.
What's the deal with these costumes, I think they call them?
Oh well, that's the way to dress up. I really don't do this very often, wearing different costumes.
Oh, so it's like new sets of armor is what you're saying.
Pretty much, we can pretend to be something. I can be a ranger or anything you can imagine, as long as they have the custom for it.
Wait, so you dress up as something that you're not?
That's right.
Why?
Well, for fun. Or
How does pretending to be something that you're not fun?
well, I don't know. I mean, it's very popular with children.
Coming
And I
from a
guess,
druid.
Coming from a druid, I didn't know he was a druid.
But we're not children.
Well, it's also popular with some adults too. Well, some places enjoy dressing up the one time of the year.
So, this is something that we're supposed to do.
Well, we're not. I mean, it's not mandatory. It's just a way to relax and just forget your daily troubles for a bit.
Yeah, it's just a way to have fun. You've had fun before, right?
I mean, killing shit was fun.
Well, I mean, now you can just kill shit with your sweet looks.
And you were worried about meta foreshadowing. I'm just saying.
Now you can look awesomer. Way more awesomer. You could dress up as a bear, or like a skeleton bear, or a zombie bear, or just a bear if you wanted.
Well, let's look at all the customs that they have. So we'll go to the whatever building or they have. See what we can find there.
Yeah, I guess I'll follow your guys' lead on this. Just, yeah, let's just leave it at that. I'll just try to
All right.
copy suit.
All right. So what do we find?
I'm gonna find him an outfit. I want to find him an outfit that looks like a moose or something.
As long as it's like 2 sizes too big.
Of course, it's gotta be like a onesie.
Yes. This.
I mean,
Oh, I have the perfect idea for you.
it's more of a reindeer, but yes.
Perfect.
Big antlers and all.
Here you go. This will allow you to get in touch with your inner self.
Right. All right.
What costume is Nemu looking for?
A skeleton, because I want to be a badass.
A skeleton because you want to be a badass fucking Cobra Kai. Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Okay. Fucking Cobra Kai. Nobody start watching that show.
Yes, watch it. It's great.
If you're gonna
It's
watch
so
the
cheesy
show,
and amazing.
watch the first episode of
Yeah.
every season and the last episode of every season. You can skip
Okay.
yourself a bunch of drama. I did not have that
You
choice.
can do that with pretty much every show.
This is true. More so, anyway. I just like giving Tim shit about it. So, a skeleton would be easy enough to do. Now the mask will look a little strange with the beak, but
That's fine.
you go there.
I can pull it off. I'm just gonna poke a hole for the beak.
Jax has a very, very comfortable reindeer-esque type outfit. The antlers are, strangely enough, incredibly light, though they feel like real antler. Not real sure how they pulled that off, but welcome to Sarantor, World of Illusion. Soli, what are you doing?
Yeah, I want like a flowy dance costume or something. It has to be red
Oh,
or maroon.
it has to be
Something
what?
like red or maroon in color.
Okay.
Yeah.
Easy enough done. You did
Yeah.
see quite a few dancers kind of out and about. You can have something more graceful, like a flowy kind of ballet type outfit, not like the tutus, but the flowy skirts. Or you can even go as far as doing something that you would expect on a ballroom floor. It is completely up to you.
Oh, something like flowy and elegant.
Yes, flowy and elegant, easy enough done. You want like brilliant colors. I will say there is one that is a beautiful, like it's these beautiful pinks and purples that just kind of flow together, and as it spins, it flares out to where it almost looks like purple flame on a pink background.
Oh, beautiful. Like,
Okay. You are more than welcome to that. EOA, what are you doing?
I want to get a chicken costume.
A chicken costume. Fucking
whoa.
brilliant.
Yes.
It is.
That is
It is.
fire.
It is that chicken costume that sheds feathers everywhere you go to.
Awesome.
It is
I'm just gonna
great.
go over to Nemo and like, hey, I'm you.
That looks like a chicken, not an owl.
Oh my god.
Same
Do you not
thing.
know what an owl is? I'm gonna get you a book on zoology.
Poor EOA tries to have a sense of humor. But Yimu just refuses to play along.
Wait, I'm gonna go. Oh
You
man,
can get a tiny lizard costume.
Chameleon with the big buggy eyes.
a tiny lizard as opposed to a large lizard. It's the same fucking thing. One's just big and one's small.
No, you gotta get one of the chameleon ones with the big eyeballs that go. Toot, toot, toot.
I'm trying to think of the jankiest looking lizard ever.
Bearded dragons are pretty fucking close.
No way. He's fucking
They're so
fucking
derpy.
amazing.
They're so derpy.
Oh man.
If you don't spit beer across your monitor at least once a night, we're not doing it right.
It's true.
So Q&A?
I'm
As
not
you make-
coming out.
You're not coming out?
Costumes.
Yeah, you gotta do your Q&A in the costumes.
I'm
And
not coming out.
Ezra.
Oh come on, you look amazing.
Yeah.
You just see
I
the
look like a
antlers like
fucking
sticking
idiot.
out.
I ain't coming out of here.
You should tell him that fucking EOA's a chicken.
Yeah, EOA looks like a fucking chicken. I mean, a freaking chicken. A
I
freaking
look like
chicken.
a fucking idiot.
Well, Jax, you know, you're. Never mind.
You won't be the biggest one here.
That's right.
Fine. I come out with the same look as Ralphie in his bunny costume. Just
Nice.
this fucking costume thing's stupid.
Just try to relax and enjoy it, you know?
Is it itchy? I can have that fixed.
Nah, it's just dumb.
I don't think so. I think it's quite amazing. Is there anything else that I can get for you? What wouldn't be a dumb costume?
It's fine. I'll keep it on. I'll just have to do something to retain my dignity.
Well, you can do the chicken dance with your friend.
Oh, yeah, that'll be great.
So you walk out into the square. You walk back out to the
Lizards
square.
can't fly.
Yeah, no. And there's multiple
You
people in
can't if I
costumes.
pick you up into the air and drop you.
You've seen Zootopia, right, Dorus? You have little Toot Toot there, in an elephant costume. Wants to be a Loxodon.
Nice.
There are like quite a few of the standard costumes around. You have lots of. Alexa, off.
Nobody spoke to you, bitch.
I don't know what she started saying. I felt something that'd be perfect, and I'm like, what?
Alexa, shut off.
But yeah, so you have ghosts, you have a lot of skeletons, and just all kinds of, quite a few people are dressed up as like magic users. So you have
Whoa.
wizard hats and robes and all kinds of stuff.
Oh, that's what I should have done. Put a wizard robe on top of this.
You should have be a wizard chicken.
A Wiccan.
Looking out at the
Kadabra?
crowd, is anyone dressed up like any of us?
There would be a couple of chickens, and it's mainly the adults making fun of the entire event.
I meant
Lots of
like our normal selves. Like since we saved the town, like if any kids were trying to dress like us.
Well, it's kind of hard to dress as a human. There will be a couple of bears. It would be really awkward for these people to dress as humans. I would say, there's a couple of people with pink hair, actually. For
Oh, very
Soul.
cool.
That is very, very easy illusion to
Yeah.
do. So there's quite a few people here with pink hair. It does not matter age, gender, nothing.
How many fucking owls are there? Because they're the best.
There's only chickens here.
If
no
there's
owls.
like you said, there's a kid trying to be a Loxodon,
Yeah.
I would ask her for her best Loxodon like blast, trumpet
Oh,
blast.
don't make
you
me
know?
do that because I don't know how to do that.
I don't either. But I'm gonna
Okay,
wait
good.
till she like pretends to do it and then blast an actual one out of my trunk
Nice.
or
Fuck,
whatever
just
the noise is.
There you go. Perfect. I don't know. Maybe there's a dead fucking skunk in our basement. Our dogs are so gassy.
Our dog is like, oh my god, that's terrible.
They're in
It
the other
smells,
room.
gas.
smells like old beef jerky.
I don't even know what that smells like.
It's like a really pungent, like shit flavored beef jerky smell.
On Tim's camera, it looks like the room is hazing up.
It is purely from that shit.
It's gonna make my eyes water. Okay. No owls. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Dare them.
I'm
Oh,
sorry.
well,
No
you do
owl.
look like a human skeleton now.
There's yes. Like just a basic bitch skeleton.
That's a shame.
Any lizards?
There are lizards. Yes, there are lizards. It's more kind of like that awkward like what's it called? Paper mache thing that you just like stick on your head and it's got like the big lizard jaws, you know, and a tail strapped on. But so you make your way to the platform for the Q&A. Most of the questions are going to be very, very simple. Where are you from? How old are you? How long have you been adventurers? Have you always been heroes? Quite a few questions about will you teach me what you know? And there's a couple of questions that are a little bit strange. Someone kind of speaks up. Would it be possible for you to undo what you did?
Nope.
Don't believe so. We have let some things out of boxes that would be very difficult to put back in box.
If you could go back in time, would you do it again the same?
Yep. No regrets.
We have made decisions we did to hopefully stop affliction and stop attacks on towns in the valley. So, yes, I think we would do the same.
From where we stood, there was no perfect solution. We did what we had to save people. And there are repercussions to that. Now we're living in a new world, and everybody's just gonna have to learn.
I need everybody to make perception checks for me real quick. Another person speaks up. Sorry, 8 is not going to do it.
7.
My roll
Seven.
is so bad since fucking
2.
Saturday.
Yeah.
I have to roll Jax's. Bruce rolled a 13.
13. Unless it's something I could smell in the crowd. It's like explosives or something going on.
Yeah. Click on it. Do the thing. Jesus Christ. What am I looking for?
I think I had like +5 perception.
You have +6. So you and Dorus are about on par. So somebody else is going to speak up. Do you believe the Titans are going to be back?
You say Titans?
I don't think so.
Oh.
I think the first thing we have to do is figure out who messed with everything to begin with, and that's what we're going to do. Because it was messed up when we got there.
I like cover the mic and I'm like, was not that the first ones? The first ones messed everything up first, yes?
Well, that crazy cat person messed things up too. I don't like cats.
A couple of people speak up at the same time. What cat person?
Well, it's Moxie, right?
Previous Pilgrim.
Yeah.
On
They
stage
kind of look
huddle.
around. Yeah, on stage huddle. Okay, y'all can like Iwe just pulls everybody in.
No, I say that. I say a previous Pilgrim.
Well, that sounds dangerous. Maybe we shouldn't allow pilgrims anymore.
I think it's good to get an outside perspective.
If you didn't allow pilgrims, we wouldn't have fixed everything.
But the problem wouldn't have been there in the first place.
So you would just shut yourself out from the outside world.
I just want to know if you think that the first ones will return.
And I
Probably.
want a pony, but we all don't get what we want.
Always wanted a pony, that Jax. Now he kind of looks like one.
And shut up, it was a figure of speech.
We don't think the first ones will return, but we think that the draw and the strength of magics make it stronger and more desirable to those who wish to do harm. So you must fight good with bad. You must fight bad with good. This is the way of life.
I would like to remind everyone, in a whisper, that the first ones have already returned with the one demigod person.
Yes. Yep, I know. So I have a question about the world and how would everybody have viewed these first ones? Like, was that like a universal like faith? That the first ones were like, would I have known of the first ones before coming to this valley?
Yes.
Okay.
The first ones would. It's like it's like if Atlantis was real and we had evidence of it. How people would think about the people from Atlantis.
Can't be real, the world's flat.
So it'd be like in awe. How did they accomplish all of that? Like,
Imagine all the boats that flew off into space.
I know.
Damn.
It's crazy. So it would be like that. Like if we knew that in the past there were people here who were able to do magic and create these wondrous things, and we no longer can, how we would think of them. And then those people had leaders, and those leaders had even bigger leaders. Those must have been gods, but without the big G. The people of Avanvon don't believe in big G gods. The other people of Phenovis did. They believed in big G gods. They worshipped big G gods, and they also had clerics and warlocks and that kind of thing that were connected to gods. Oh, would a warlock work in this world? That's a good question.
Yeah.
Nobody's a warlock for us to explore that. Though Mita might be now. No, I'm just kidding.
I could go triple classing.
Yeah, you could. You could. It is charisma.
Yeah, okay. I could be the first ever sorcerer warlock bard. Well, no, because you could do the bard with the spirit bard.
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting.
It could be an
ponder.
X-Blade.
What else are you gonna do as far as bringing more magic back? Because you are bringing it back, right? Like you're not bringing something here that wasn't here before.
I think that the possibilities are practically endless. I mean, who knows what else might gain sentience from what we just did?
That's disconcerting, Jax. Maybe you should keep that on the down low.
Keep what on down low?
What do you mean gaining sentience?
He's...
You
Don't worry
know
about
what-
him. He stresses and moves.
What?
So, we would... There's... If you change things more, will we become as powerful as the first ones were?
Possibly.
I mean, do you really want that power?
Many, many yeses.
I mean, be careful what you
A
wish
few
for.
no's.
I mean, it can sound great and empowering, but it just that magic can consume you. And it will corrupt.
I mean, historically speaking, I think people have killed each other and done worse whether they have magic or not, so I don't know if it really matters. As far as, safety goes. You just died from a fireball instead of a sword. That's fun.
Who attacked you while you were on the temple?
we know that?
Anyway, you know that it was people that are following the old spectral of the way of entropy.
Yeah, I would say the same type of monsters that were attacking the towns attacked us.
Yes.
And more cultists.
There is a wave of shock at the word cultists.
Scary. We had to put him to bed.
We don't have cultists here.
Mm.
The dog is really bad. It's so bad. It is. I wish we could close this room off.
Wish I could send the scent to you guys just so you could partake in it.
It burns the back of the nose. Makes my eyes water.
Like beef jerky and rotten eggs.
Oh my gosh, no.
What cultists are you talking about?
I believe the same ones that created these monsters that attack us.
Somebody's creating these monsters?
It's a theory.
Yeah, like so all the people from the past, I guess the first ones, like they all want power and stuff still, and some do and some don't, and it's really complex. But like, you know, there's followers of those people, and they want to do. Some of them want to do bad things, and some of them want to do good things, and we just want to do good things. So, yeah, that's what we're doing. Good things, only good things.
There's kind of a small break in the questions as everybody erupts in chatter and questions, and somebody finally shouts above above the now crowd of people talking, whereas before they were just listening intently. Is this something that we have to be scared about?
Were you scared before with things attacking everything?
No, because we knew we could protect ourselves. You're talking about people with the power of the first ones. We can't protect ourselves from them. We need you to give us more power so that we can do that.
If we beat them, they don't have the power of the first ones, now do they?
But we've heard that you're very powerful.
Well, we are very powerful, that's true. However, we're not gods or demigods. Not just yet.
This is the same threat you've been facing all this time. You just know a bit more about it.
Yep, what he said. Listen to the chicken.
So Valoran will come up on stage. Well, I sure hope that everybody got exactly what the questions answered that they were.
I just want everybody to know, first off, that no matter what happens, we're gonna save the world. You can bet on it.
Quite a few cheers at that, and still a bunch of conversations. There's a little bit of fear. There's a little bit of anticipation. There's a little bit of, we need you to allow more magic so we can fight these guys.
I also want to point out, if we allow more magic, the bad guys will be stronger too. So it's not like we can just say we just want magic to go to good people.
There's more of us than them.
Exactly. If you want to do something about it to make yourselves feel better, then get off your asses, get stronger, and do something about it. Don't rely on 5 people you've never fucking met before.
Wow.
Get stronger, learn to do better, and get shit done, and protect your people around you.
I mean...
Did he just insult us?
No, he insulted all the townspeople. That was great.
They're kind of acting a little bit assish right now.
But remember, we're here to help you guys if you need it.
All right, so thank you for answering everybody's questions.
And I'm gonna look out into the crowd. I don't see any owls.
A couple of kids.
You're gonna call the whole tower crowd racist at this point? That's your plan?
I just like I help too, and I don't see any owl costumes. Like nobody's celebrating my part in it.
There's a couple of kids that get lifted up onto their parents' shoulders, and they are in owl costume.
Hey, there's a couple back there. Thanks, kids.
Probably
You got
some
your
of the
own
kids,
little fan club, Nemo.
probably
That's
some of
right.
the kids that you played with at the different fountains.
I love you guys.
Valoran will get you off the stage. Well,
Yeah, when in doubt, just call the whole crowd racist and then walk off the stage.
Yep. Well, that went as well, not as expected. I thank you for answering questions. It was very important to many people here. Dorus and Jax, as Valoran is walking off the stage, sending a stone drop. You both notice, like, as the crowd is starting to disperse, Munderik kind of further in the back and trying to stay out of sight of everybody, but still here for the event. All right, well, as enlightening as that was, we only have a few
Can we
moments.
meet with the three now? Is this possible?
Perhaps after the celebration of the veil thinning. I have not heard from Munderik yet. I've heard somebody had said that they saw him, but I haven't seen him, so I'm just going to assume that he doesn't want to be seen.
If
Yeah,
I saw him, I point him out, or I say I saw him. One or the other.
the old Mundy's in the back trying to keep a low profile back there.
Well, and he'll just kind of look over to where you pointed. I am going to go and try and retrieve him, and we will meet after the celebration. Just as soon as the music starts, you know that's when it begins. For anybody who has had their own Veils Fall event in their cities, this is supposed to be the oldest celebration and song known. And as far as I know, we are the only people, at least on Rallios, that still practice. I hope you enjoy it. I have to go retrieve Munderik. And Valoran will quickly walk away. So you have a few moments to do anything, unless you just want to wait for the event.
Well, weren't we supposed to get some, like, fortune telling or candy apples or something like that?
We can say that y'all got candy apples? I'm watching
Yeah.
the
I
time
think I got
very,
one
very
already.
closely.
I got the orange
Gotcha.
peel one. It was good.
So
What I want to do is go to find Mita and see if she's going to talk to her brother or try to talk to her brother again. And if I can just, like, be there and listen and feel it.
you will not find Mita, as she is preparing to do the song for the entire event.
Okay, that's fair.
Yep. So, as everybody in the crowd quiets down, you all kind of stay off to the side as not to get mixed up in any more Q&A. People begin gathering around these standing stones with the items that they have brought for either their loved ones or the person they wish to contact. Just things that remind them of those people to try and draw them closer. The feeling of the people around is very relaxed. This event seems more of a ritual, and like an annual ritual, and not something where they really expect much to happen. Because as you were told, there hasn't been any experience in recent history of people actually being able to communicate. Well, without being suspect of lying or carbon monoxide poisoning, seeing ghosts. So it's a very relaxed type of thing. No, not a whole bunch of expectation. And suddenly, music begins far in the distance. And in the very eerie way, it almost floats along the wind, through the streets around you, and gains in volume as it begins to fill the square. You don't see the musicians. It's just the sound. And with it also brings the smells of different types of incense. The music is haunting and enchanting at the same time. It brings forward thoughts of family, sorrow, love, loss, friendship, regret, and happiness from distant memories. Suddenly, the music grows. Instead of this very soft echo, and all around the square, the musicians suddenly appear. And among them, of course, is Mita. Everybody in the area quiets down and just kind of solemnly looks onto the items that they have brought. And a voice echoes through, beginning a chant. You all know this voice very well. It is Mita. And as it begins, it's just this clear sound of Mita's voice just chanting with this music. Come forth, all who are lost. Let the flames be your guide for the veil to be passed. We call to all beyond the veil. Those who wish to speak, come up from the shallows. Go forth, all drawn to the warmth. Gain insight and give closure to those who come forth. And as she chants this verse a few times, everybody in the area that was already fairly quiet and solemn, their eyes kind of just focus on the flame of the torch on every single stone. But on the third verse, Mita's voice kind of takes on a different quality. Everyone around you stops their conversations and their eyes become unfocused. There are very few unaffected, you being among them, though. A silvery ruby glow slowly forms, clinging to the ground like fog. And within the light, you catch glimpses of ghostly legs as other flames now appear within this silvery ruby mist. The glow begins to rise higher and higher. 1 second. Come forth, all who are lost. We will guide you to a path to move on from this trial. I know you are weary, circling the shallows, lost and finding no sanctuary. We call into the shallow. Come find peace and move beyond that which holds you in shadow. And as her voice starts the second verse, chanting it over and over, the silvery red light rises even further, and you now see complete ghostly forms walking towards the flames, becoming more solid the closer they get. Not the flames of the torches, but the other flames that had begun to appear. Dorus, I will say you are probably the one who is watching Mita the closest. Her movements suddenly become as if it's multiples of her overlaid on one. She will start taking a step as all of the musicians start moving through the crowds. But as she steps, it's like part of her is left behind, but part of her is moving just a little bit faster. Some of the spirits, as they're coming up to the flames, get close and then hesitate and run away in the opposite direction, their forms slowly fading as they get further away from the flame itself. Others, you see these spirits just waiting by the flames, searching the crowd in anticipation. Mita begins repeating the song from the very beginning, slowly walking from flame to flame, giving what comfort she can to the spirits who have come and to those people who are waiting to see someone that has not yet appeared. As she continues, most of the people around you slowly come out of the trance, as they don't seem to have had their calls answered. But some are drawn toward the flames. And each of you is drawn to the closest flame as well. This warmth washes towards you. It is a comforting warmth. It is a warmth of like somebody is suddenly giving you a hug and reminding you that they're there. I will start with Dorus. You turn towards the warmth away from Mita, and you see a shadowy image of another Loxodon. Just wave to you and just kind of look strangely. Do you go and join them?
No, I say under my breath, "Squashvargios," and I want to cast Thaumaturgy on the flame to see if I can make it dim or flicker.
The flame that appeared with the spirits?
Yeah, if that's where the spirit that's calling me is from, yeah.
You cannot. It does not seem that the veil has thinned enough for you to have any effect on anything on the other side.
Then if I can fight this at all, I would like to look and see the other companions in my party and see what they're doing.
Okay. They all seem to have turned to a flame that they feel like they feel this warmth from. You know, it's like turning your back to a fire. You feel that warmth. Nobody is in a trance. This isn't a must that you have to do. Ioe, you see, kind of standing as far away from the flame as possible, almost tentative, a group of lizard folk, and you can only tell that because of the shadow, but they're fairly like they're not you can't really see what they look like completely because they're not close to the flame. But one of them kind of like waves their hands for you to come join them. You are not passing beyond, guys. I just want to let you know that now. You're not passing to the other side of the veil. Dorus, you do notice. I know Dorus is freaking out.
We're all dying today. Cool.
No. Dorus is freaking out. I will say, Dorus, that you see quite a few people engaging in conversations with spirits that are awaiting them, or groups of spirits, or groups of people talking to a single spirit, that kind of thing.
I think Dorus is kind of like shaking himself out of that being important to him and like trying to figure out if it's like a ploy to get people to do something or whatever. Yeah, that's all.
Okay. You're more than welcome to roll insight on the entire event. Ioe.
I guess I'll go. I'm
Okay.
curious.
So as you, like in your chicken suit, kind of like look around at your friends and see what everybody else is doing and notice that nobody seems to be in danger or being harmed. You walk closer to this flame, and as you get closer, this group also walks closer to the flame. So now you can see them. In a strange way, you can see the same glint of light from this flame off of their scales. It is most of them are very have that same golden hue that you do. And one of the older ones from the back kind of steps forward through everyone. It is good to see you. We are sorry to have left you to such an isolated life. The great predators of the desert found our home, and we were not strong enough to fight them. I see you are strong and have grown. You must be stronger than we were.
Am I allowed to respond?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm just gonna like, who are you?
We are your family. I am your great uncle.
I didn't know I had any.
We have tried to see you, but only days ago did we feel you. There are others of our kind on other parts of Avonmon. Have you found family?
No. Where are they?
Not of your kind. Many ways to have family. It's like he's begging just to know that you aren't alone.
I do have family.
Good. Good. Our fear was you were alone. But you survived.
I was never alone.
Good. Good. What did you call yourself?
I was named Yahweh.
Yahweh. Very appropriate.
What did you call me?
Salenti.
Tell me how to spell that.
Selenti. Salenti. And they all suddenly tense and start looking behind them.
What is wrong?
The controller, he comes. Dorus. After seeing EOA start his conversation, what are you doing?
I think I would kind of be imagining this as a big illusion and not real. So I think he would be ignoring his own vision and watching out for his friends.
Mm-hmm.
Whether that's right or not is another question, but
Okay. I'm gonna leave you for just a moment, EOA. I'm gonna go to Nimu. There are other options besides what I asked you, by the way. So, all right. So you are going to join in the song with Mita.
Yep.
As you don't really know anybody who would be on the other side waiting that would need you, or you would need, right? I
Not that
couldn't
could
think of anybody.
No, I mean, I've always thought like he had a potentially like a brother or sister that died at a young age. Probably got eaten by a chicken because they're mean.
I was the chicken.
So.
But I always thought of him as having something like that, like a brother or sister that passed at like the age of like 2 or 1 or something like that.
That's way more traumatic.
That is traumatic. Okay.
But I mean, that's all stuff that's
Bird life, man, it's hard.
Bird life is hard.
Bird life.
So Dorus, I will say that
every now and then an eagle comes by and just takes you out of a tree, you know, like you don't know when that shit's coming.
I will say, Dorus, as you are watching your friends, the heat from yours gets warmer and warmer, and you will kind of hear your father's voice, just slightly, calling to you.
Yeah, that would definitely turn his ear.
Yeah. Nimu, if you wish, this is up to you. There will be a very faint warmth from over on your right side. And as you turn, you see 2 of what you can assume would be your kin. One very, very short, and the other much older. You can go to them, or you can do something else. It is not an overwhelming heat.
Yeah,
More of like an innocent, like, tap on the shoulder.
I mean, I would turn around then.
The little one starts jumping up and down as you turn around.
Hi.
High as fuck. So as you turn around, the little one, hi, Emu.
Hello?
Are you coming?
Wait.
No, he can't come. I'm ready yet.
What do you mean I'm not ready? I'm always ready. Something I pride myself on.
Nimu, this is your...
I've got this in my backpack. I start taking out my pencils, my paper, and my cartographer stuff. I'm always ready, see?
Oh my, you're just like my daughter. Wow.
Your daughter?
Your mother, Nimu. This is your little sister.
What?
She wanted to say hi. No, you're not ready to come yet. Right? Right?
It's...
Okay.
We've got big things to do.
But she...
We've got to fight and win and stuff.
She has been calling your name for a few days, and so I told her that we could come to the flames to see you, and she was right. So...
I'd probably run over there and pick her up and, like, kind of stick her on my shoulder.
Yeah. You can't walk from the flame, though.
No.
And she doesn't... you can feel something, but it's not as...
Okay. But I still want to try to do that.
Yeah. She just, like, hugs your head. You look funny.
What do you mean I look funny?
You look like you should be with me.
With you? Oh, the costume. Yep. I guess we all look a little funny today.
I like it. It's
how is
funny.
How is it there? It's been a while. I don't even know what to say to you.
She kind of like looks around and then like leans into you. It's really scary.
Why is
There's
it
bad
scary?
guys. There's the boogeyman. The boogeyman is here.
The boogeyman?
Shh.
Sorry, what's the boogeyman's name?
I don't know. Don't know. He doesn't let me talk. He doesn't let me talk to anybody, and he doesn't let me talk. And we're not allowed to go to the flames. And Grandma says that she's tried and she can't go through, and she can't take me, and we're stuck here, and I'm waiting for you, and then the boogeyman comes. He's coming.
I want to try to grab her to save her. Like I want to do something. Wait, where are you exactly?
No, in the other place. Here, you were here. I felt you. And I told Grandmama, and you were here, but then you were gone, and he's coming. I gotta go.
Okay, stay safe, I guess. I'll see you soon.
Either way, he hears that at the same time that your family tells you of the controller. Jax.
This isn't disturbing at all.
No, of course not.
Give
Jax.
me 10 seconds and I'll be on my computer.
Okay. Dorus, you hear your father's voice. Dorus, I have heard you on this side.
Doris like looks to the sides
You
and
were
is like,
fighting.
Botko,
look
is
well.
that you? Is that really you?
Come.
Botko, why are you reaching out to me now after all this time?
Because it is not possible. I tried to
It was
reach you
very young.
before,
You
but
wanted me
you
to
were
fight, but I am
fighting.
just a child.
You were fighting somebody when I tried to talk to you before.
I did not recognize this was you, Botko.
No, I didn't make it close enough. The lady that she said that she ran when the guy came. But she told me that you were there and I tried to get to you.
He still doesn't believe it and like looks around again and then looks back and is like, what is it you'll need and wish of me, Botko?
Have you seen your mother?
I have seen neither of you since I was very young.
Your mother, she left my side. She is as curious as you know. She set off to find a way out of this place. But I've lost my tie to her. I don't know where she went. I hoped that she had found you.
Botko, you and Mati are very far from me. Very distant. I do not know if I can reach either of you. I'm not even sure how we're speaking now.
We fight the flame. We fight to get out. We fight to get back to you and your brother and your sisters. Then we can't get through the flame. She thought that she could go find one, that she could get through, and then she left and I can't feel her anymore.
If you wish, I will focus on finding Mati, but I don't understand.
Nor do I. I just want to get back to my children. What do you mean that we are far away?
He like hides his face and is like, Botko, you and Mati have been gone from this world for a very long time. I don't understand.
If we have been gone from their world, then why are we not beyond?
I have no answers, Botko. I apologize.
My boy, If you find your mother, tell her to find me. We must move beyond. We cannot be haunting you and your brother and your sisters.
Can't be haunting. I love that. There's such a childlike innocence to that statement.
I was like, what can I make Doris's dad? Yeah.
I will do my best to find Monty. I will. I promise this to you, Batko.
Shh. You feel him. I must leave. My love goes with you, son. And he turns away from the flame. Jax. Mr. Jax. You're kind of standing there watching what everybody is. You see people be going towards their families, friends, maybe enemies, maybe somebody that they killed. You're not sure. But whatever it is, there's conversations happening all around you. You look and you look. You are always trying to find answers. And there is a single flame that, as you look at it, groups of spirits appear along the outer edges. Not 1, not 2, not 4 or 5, 16, 17. All standing just on the edge of the light of the flame. I will get to you, Soli. I'm sorry. I love you.
It's all good. Yeah.
And there isn't really a warmth. It's more of a just understanding that if you were to find anybody that has ties to you, that would be the one. So you can go forward. You do not have to. This is a choice. As you walk forward, nobody gets closer to the flame. They all stay barely on the edge, as if they're afraid for you to see what they are. We are you. You have taken from no. Things were taken from us to make you. Tell me it was worth it. Have you made the world better?
I suppose you could say that. If you're gonna speak in puzzles, then I ain't gonna give you a clear answer.
She steps forward, further into the light. And as everybody else you've seen step closer to these flames has become more and more solid, she does not. It's as if part of her essence has been ripped away, leaving a spiritual skeleton of kinds. And others slowly move forward. Some are barely wisps, others a little bit more whole. Some, just parts of their bodies, are a little bit less solid than others. He took something from each of us.
Who?
For you. You don't know yet.
That's what I said. Did I stutter?
Always the same. He will find you then.
Hey, look, I'm a broken record. Who? Oh, wait, no, maybe I'm Nemu. Maybe I'm an owl. Who?
Parsi.
Come again?
Sti.
Sounds like you sneezed. Is that somebody's name?
It's more of a title.
So you're saying that parts of all y'all made me?
Beware the search for yourself. There is none left.
There's none left of what?
Of what you were before.
Oh boy, I'm just gonna go over to the corner and search myself for a half hour. Is that what you want me to do?
I want you to become what we all
Fuck
sacrificed
being
ourselves
calm.
for.
If you ain't gonna speak in real words and real sentences, then I ain't gonna go fucking search myself in the corner.
A very, very faint spirit walks forward. You are a disgrace. You can be angry at the world all you want. You volunteered for this.
Volunteered for fucking what?
Well, to become the hero. Are you not a hero yet?
I don't even know my first name.
Really? Still? Would you
Shit,
like to
I just
know?
saw a fucking thing on the table and said that was my name. I don't know what the fuck I am. I don't even know. I just found out I can do druid shit, whatever the hell a druid is.
Somebody kind of leans in from the side. That was mine.
Oh boy, the peanut gallery speaks it.
I don't know your name. If you don't know it, then it's not important. If you refuse to do what you had been trained to do, what you had been formed to do, what we all sacrificed for, then that is on you. And you will answer for that. Or maybe you haven't been activated yet. Oh.
Oh no, there's a keyword coming.
Whoa.
We're early. Something has changed. Good luck. And they all turn around and walk away.
Hey, you don't walk out on me, I walk out on you, and I'm gonna kick the fire over.
Okay. This is an ethereal flame. As they had popped up as Mito was playing. But you can kick over one of the shrines if you wish. Soli. This is all happening simultaneously.
Whoa.
Intense heat. From right in front of you as this flame seems to fill your vision. Many spirits appear, and all of them just with their shoulders slumped and their heads down. And one of them just kind of reaches out for you. Do you wish to go speak to them?
What do they look like?
They are all different races of Phenovis. Not of Avenvon.
Sure.
As you walk closer, they seem familiar in a way you can't even describe, as they are all different races. There are humans there, but there's orcs, and there's gnomes, and there's dwarves. There's, like, everything that you can think of that was on Phenovis. With each one that appears and walks closer to the flame, that warmth grows even greater. And the heat is almost as if on a hot summer's day within the sun. Nemu, as you're walking, or as you're trying to help your sister, you hear a very, very low growl. Soli, in their eyes, as they finally look up to you, you see understanding. And each one of them take a second. I was sent too. They shunned me. So young to be chosen. They were led astray. The power made me into something horrible. I was sacrificed. They tortured me. I turned into a tyrant. I was forced into a cave that they sealed shut. You, and one of them looks to you, were the youngest. The heat still growing from the flame. Nemu, your decanter suddenly turns incredibly hot as the growl gets louder and louder. Soli, the spirits walk away suddenly, but the heat continues to grow. Dorus, as your father walks away, curiosity is dangerous, young follower of spirit. Same dude you fought when you were in the shallows before. Curiosity and compassion. The previous spectral taught those things. Something about living a full life and doing what you can to ensure others do as well. It didn't serve her so well in the end, though, did it, Dorus? She was destroyed, torn apart, devoured for her power. And at this moment is when everybody's spirits that they were speaking to begin to flee. This is very hard to do and like explain that this is overlapping. There will be a time when I become the new spectral. And we will not succumb to those weaknesses. Will we, Dorus?
Which spectral is it you aspire to be?
Can't you tell? The spectral of spirit. I am here. But until then, I need a little bit more power, right? You've done wonders. But be a god. And suddenly, his voice fills the area as everybody's spirits flee. I'm sorry for your losses. My pain echoes your own. My hope is for each of you to gain some comfort during the thinning of the veil. Those you see, and multitudes more, are unable to move beyond and find lasting peace or penance for their lives. I am doing everything in my power to help them, but the true guide abandoned the shallow long ago. I beg for your assistance. To usher all the spirits here, I need details of their lives to aid in directing them where they deserve to go. Whenever you think of those that have passed, share those memories with me. Say, "Hey, Carlos," and know I am listening. Hey, Carlos. Hey, Careless.
Can you? Yeah, I don't know how to spell it, but can I have a reaction?
Yeah, he will. His voice fades from everywhere and is just speaking again to you.
I just leaves.
No, he's just speaking directly to you. He just kind of like was omnipresent for a small bit and then came back.
Do I know he's speaking only to me, or does it feel like he's speaking to everyone in the crowd?
His voice changes completely. It goes like when he's talking to you, he's an arrogant prick. But he really tried to be like.
Yeah, he turned on the PR monster when he was talking to everyone.
Yeah. That should do it, don't you think? A few prayers, a few people telling me what they need and want, and me granting it. What do you think?
I take 2 steps backwards and I slam my staff into the ground and I thaumaturgy my voice to be 3 times louder than it normally is. And I say, "Steel yourselves, citizens, and think about what you trust the memories of your families and loved ones to. Be true to yourselves and to them, not to this spirit from beyond."
So Lee, as Dorus's staff slams down, all of your spirits have fled. The smell of smoke, a low growl, the feeling from many, many of your memories, those nightmares of hiding, trembling, tucked away from whatever it is that was chasing you. This time, as you watch the flame in that ruby light, it disappears within the shadow of a great creature, drowning out the sounds of everything else. Youngling, I thought if I were to grant a child my gifts, that the older of your tribe would find mercy and allow you to live, not befall the fate of those before you. I am the reason for your banishment from Phenovis. I am the reason for your suffering on Avenvon. This I know as true. Your decanter begins echoing this speech in Draconic. They are speaking to you in Draconic solely.
Who are you?
I am one who thought to gift you with my power and made a mistake. What is true is you and your friends are to be the bringers of light. Do you understand what that means? This is in direct reference to the story that y'all read. To bring the light is to guide back the first ones and all who were on Avenvon before. And hopefully to shed the lies of the way that you live. I wish to guide you and your next steps, if you shall allow. The shallow is being manipulated in thinning the veil for all. You will be hunted for what you are by those who come forth. I know this to be true. Come with me. They cannot hunt you where you go. We will return to Avenvon together when I have taught you enough to be prepared. Either choose, or the choice will be made for you. Emu, you look over, and as you look over, this shadow begins to take form. Slowly you watch those bright red eyes that you've seen so many times, and the smell of the smoke and the hot breath suddenly form into this incredibly brilliant dragon. It is silver with flecks of gold, the dark undertones of almost onyx and it is looking at you with just pleading in its eyes and fear and sorrow for what it has done, as all of those who spoke to you before were others in the past it had tried to grant its gift to and were killed because of it. Nimu, you see, as you look over, a very small dragon, kind of hiding behind the front leg of one of the giant that's talking to Sol. And it seems to be trying to sneak away. No, just you two. I truly wish the suffering that you have seen I could undo. All I can do is help alleviate some that will be coming in the future. Will you come with me?
Yes. And I have like tears in my eyes.
The dragon turns around, leaving, and you follow. As everybody is looking around, trying to figure out where their spirits went and what happened, as soon as Dorus's staff slams down, Soli walks beyond. As Dorus is focused on everybody else. Okay.
Yeah, I would call out to the small dragon as well.
You're gonna call out to the small one?
Yeah.
What do you call out?
I'd probably ask. I'd say, be brave, little one.
The little one looks back at Soli and the giant dragon walking away. No. Looks back to Soli. As that dark, shadowy, whatever had shown up with the dragon begins to fade, and that silvery ruby light begins, it just takes a jump and ends up on the platform. So Dorus, as you slam down your staff and make your statement, Carlos sneers at you. Bows.
Yeah, I glare at him right in the eye while I'm saying that to the rest of the people around.
Enjoy your time. Stay on your side of the veil unless you wish to never return to Avonvon. And he leaves with a bow. No, God no. Nobody can see him but Dorus.
I want to tell him to quit torturing my sister, dickhead.
And he will take his leave. Soli, as you walk on, you step into a realm that can only be described as brilliant. It has floating islands, multiple colors of crystals stuck to the bottoms. The land itself is alive in every way that you can imagine and ways that you never did imagine. You hear a voice, and stepping from behind a tree is your uncle. Niece, took you long enough.
What is this?
Your friend, and he kind of looks up at the dragon, found us and told me he knew you and that you would need me. So I am here. The Keenson are safe. They are outside of time and space. But I have been waiting for you. It's good to see you.
I don't understand, like, why? Like, I can't do this by myself. I can't deal with everything that's going on. I think it's one person.
That's why I'm here. This is nothing but training and keeping you safe. That's all it is. This place is as safe as anywhere else in the universe. We're going to train you. We're going to teach you. And then we're all going to go back and save the world.
You promise?
Absolutely.
And I'll give him a very big hug.
He'll hold you as tight as he can. And the dragon just kind of watches. And there is a very overwhelming feeling of expectance of what is to come. The song wraps up. Soli has disappeared. Go forth, all who were lost. You can now be free of the shallows. Make your way beyond. Nimu, your sister gives you one, as she had hid herself within your costume. And Takarius had come. He said he would have tears in his eyes, never expecting to have seen her.
Oh yeah. Sorry, yeah.
Oh, can you name her after me? She points down from like towards the bottom, towards behind you, and the little pseudo dragon.
Sure. I would be honored to.
Okay.
I'll see you again, little sister.
Okay, brother. And she'll give you a big hug and jump down and follow your grandmother. As the ruby light fades, along with Mita's song closing, and you all find each other. Everybody but Soli, who only Nimu saw what happened.
I think I'd just wander away from the stage. I don't think I'd just walk away. I don't think I'd stay there anymore.
Where the fuck is Soli?
Yeah, if Doris had any like spatial awareness of where she was, he would wander over there and see if there's anything.
Why is everyone just walking away? Where the fuck is Soli?
I'm gonna sprint at Mita.
Okay. Hi, Jax.
Where the fuck is she? Where the fuck is she?
She was taken home. Not in the way that you're thinking. She doesn't belong here any more than you do. But she belongs to the ancients. The dragons?
The fuck is that supposed to mean? Is she okay?
Oh, very. She'll be much safer than we are. Much safer.
The clothing wise, am I able to like grab onto like the shirt collar?
Of Mita?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab her up.
You make a promise to me right now that she's okay.
She's better than okay.
You best believe that. Because if I find out otherwise, it'll be hell to pay.
You just need to stay safe until she gets back, okay?
Got no other option than to trust you.
I'll just drop her back.
I get it.
If there's something
Um,
nearby, I'm gonna kick it as I walk back to the group.
Of course. Of course. There's plenty of stuff nearby. There is a quiet, solemn feel to everything that's going on. This is an event that hasn't happened in written or told history. And everybody just seems that they have finally gained closure for many, many things. Though there's also a concern of why some of the people that they think should have passed beyond haven't.
That was my first thought.
Yeah.
Who's holding them captive? Or what is?
There is no spectral of the spirit.
Hmm.
He said he wanted to be it. I go to, since not finding anything, I assume where Soli was last seen standing. Dorus like crosses his legs and lays down his staff and shield and just kind of like meditates there for a few minutes.
Okay. Soli, your uncle will tell you that when the disruption happened, from what he knows of things that he has been told by the dragons themselves, who can only see in brief glimpses like they did today, that Avenvon could not hold all of the beings that were coming through. And Avenvon itself, the planet, had to make decisions and sacrifices. The Keenson were not the only creatures who disappeared. They were the only creatures in Ralios. But they were put in a kind of place out of time, like stasis.
Yeah.
Your uncle was pulled out of stasis by the dragon, knowing that at some point in the future they would be able to retrieve you and that he would be needed. He will explain to you that there was a fear of draconic magics on Phenovis, and those before you who had been touched by the dragons were killed, sacrificed, or disposed of in other manners to where they would just die. But your parents just happened to be doing the ritual to banish you at the exact same time that the Drig, or the elves, were trying to figure out how to get rid of the Drig. And it had already caused disturbances on Phenovis to where you teleported to the planet closest in, like, the closest relative planet, which would be Avenvon, which is why Phenovis ended up here in the first, in the end. But that because you are one of very few who have been touched by the dragons, because of everything that has happened in the last decade, who have survived, they feel it is necessary to pull you and train you in a safe place until you are strong enough to go up against the creatures and the peoples who want you dead.
Yeah.
I know we've gone over a little bit. I'm sorry. I wanted to really get that story completely told. Does anybody have any questions about what they went through?
I'll just need the name of that guy typed out.
You? Arsty?
Yeah.
You have a dragon pet.
Fucking badass.
Whoa.
You say that.
So,
You're already tiny and you have this tiny little dragon with you now.
Oh, he's little.
He's a little old boy.
Little. He's just a little baby pseudo dragon. So I will just go back to a statement that was made by asshole to Dorus. Curiosity is dangerous. This little dragon doesn't know what the fuck it's going into. So we learned Jax is a construct, Sully is a dragon. Dorus has a dad joke of a father. Yeah. Nemu has a sister. Yue has a rogue backstory. Yeah.
Oh, great.
Now, Nemo, having a pet is a huge responsibility.
Exactly.
That's exactly why I ignore all of mine. I feel like that's the best recourse.
So I will go back.
Ooh, I can feed my dragon chicken.
As everybody fades back, Dorus sits. Yue. Your family fled as whatever had happened happened. You were waiting expectantly for them to return, and they never did. Everything fades. And you are again left alone. You're just kind of turning around trying to figure out what's going on. And you catch a glimpse of light gleaming off of dark stone. This very tall person steps out, and you see a glimpse of their armor, which you have peeked in many of your visions. Their dark alabaster stone skin shines in the light just enough to get your attention. See the runes etched upon their armor, and they step back into the shadows waiting for you.
Guess I follow.
As you step into the shadows, he doesn't step out. But you know this is one of the first ones, followers of the Way of Order. And he slams his hand down on your shoulders. See the runes etched up his arms. You have done well, Yue. Very well. Do not repeat the mistakes of the previous Way of Order members. You have seen what we have done. Don't be us. Others will be drawn to your power and want to follow you. Be very cautious. It is easy for the runes to be misused, and that power can never be taken back. We are not gods. We cannot give and take away. Once you have it, it is yours to do with what you will. Find the way of order, but do not follow our path. Forge your own. It will be needed in the days to come. I will attempt to guide you within my very limited capabilities here. But I'm stuck here now. I kind of like it.
Who are you?
I was the third in line to be spectral. Way, way long ago. I survived. Very simple. My name is Onyx, as is the way of our people. I think I might like this new Avenvon. Simpler. If you need me, I will try to stay as close as possible. Thank you for following the way of the Vareki. as best as you can. And on your own path. And unless you say something immediately, he will walk through a fucking wall.
Of course he does.
Of course he does. 'Cause, you know how they work.
So this is why I'm gonna get deeper into the temple.
Yep, it is. So spirits are done. Yue has one that is kind of lingering. Sneaky little fuckers, man.
If that wasn't a warning, I don't know what was.
Yeah, there's been a lot of shit tonight. I hope I redeemed Mita for everybody.
That was beautiful.
Soli, Amelia. I love you.
Me too.
Did I do Soli justice?
Yes, more than justice. It was incredible.
Most everything is scripted, so you will have that. I will be sure to leave that for everybody. I do need to know where y'all are going next. That is kind of important.
Yeah.
I don't know if any of us know where
go
to
to
go next.
I feel like we want to go. I want to go to the archipelago.
Okay. South it is.
Yeah, that's probably the best course.
It is almost exactly 1 year since the last Harvest Festival as well. In the area that you will pass through going to the archipelago. As far as like history stories that you had read through, which was the Harvest Festival in that area, there was craziness that went on. Everybody killed each other or something. So y'all will be passing through that area.
Wolfspen Crest area or whatever it's called.
Yeah. I actually, strangely enough, I don't know why I did this, had a combat ready. Not that we would have had time. So I hope everybody enjoyed themselves. I'm glad that Jax got to come in.
Yeah, it was fun.
Come in on the end of it. Everybody got some cool, crazy interactions. Dorus, I hope you liked your dad. I love your dad. He's not as smart as you.
I don't know why Silas says he's a dad joke, but yeah, I thought it was cool.
Yeah. He's very much lost. He is very much lost.
He just seemed like he had that one personality, like the joking dad.
He is the joking dad, for sure. Like if you were to come over to Dorus's house when his dad was alive, it would be just laughter all the time, making fun of everything, and then just
okay, that's fair. Yeah.
Yeah. That is 100% him. And he's like, I don't know where your mom is. She just fucking up and left. That curiosity of hers is where you got it from. You know, she just was like, yep, I'm gonna find the answer, and just left me. Like, she's just like
just wasn't phased that he was dead. It was like, oh, what else?
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. I love your dad. All right. I am going to end stream. For anybody here, good night. Thanks. Crazy night.